Namaste. Tonight I'm going to read Book 9, Chapter 9 on the origin of the Shakti of the earth in the Maha Devi Bhagavatam. Vakratu Namakaya Koti Surya Mekarantaya Vakratu. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Narada said, in the twinkling of an eye of the Devi, the pralaya takes place, and in that very time also the Brahmanda cosmos is dissolved, which is called the pralaya of Prakriti. During this pralaya, the Devi Vasundhara, earth, disappears. The whole world is deluged with water, and all this appearance of five elements called Prapancha vanishes in the body of Prakriti. Now, where does Vasundhara, earth, thus vanished, reside? And how does she again appear at the beginning of the creation? What is the cause of her being so much blessed, honored, and capable to hold all and victorious? So tell about her birth, the source of all welfare. Sri Narayana said, O Narada, so it is heard that the earth appears at the very outset of the creation. Her appearance and disappearance so occur in all the pralayas. This earth, the manifestation of the great Shakti, sometimes becomes manifest in her and sometimes remains latent in her, the Shakti. It is all the will of the great Shakti. Now here the antidote of appearance, birth of the earth, the cause of all good, the source of destruction of all calamities, the destroyer of sin, and the cause of furtherance of one's religious merits. Some say that this earth has come out of the marrow of the dechas, Madhu and Ketab, but that is not the fact. Here now the real fact. Those two dechas were greatly pleased with Vishnu's valor and prowess in the fight between them and Vishnu, and they said, kill us on that part of the earth which is not under water. From their words, it is evident that the earth was existent during their lifetime, but she was not visible. After their death, the marrow came out of their bones. Now hear how the name Medini came to be applied to the earth. She was taken out of the water, and the marrow came to be mixed with the earth. It is on account of this mixing that she is called Medini. Now I will tell you what I heard before in Puskara, the sacred place of pilgrimage, from the mouth of Dharmadeva, about the origin of earth, approved by the Shrutis, consistent and good here. And good here, when the mind of Mahavirat merged in water, expanded all over his body, it entered into every pore of his body. Next, the Maha Prithvi, or the great earth, appeared at the time of Panchikarana, mixing of 1/2 of each of the elements with 1/8 of each of the other 4 elements. This Maha Prithvi was broken into pieces and placed in every pore. It is this differentiated earth that appears during creation and disappears during pralaya. From this mind concentrated in every pore of the body of Mahavirat is born this earth. After a long interval, in every pore in the skin of this Virat Purusa, there is one earth. She gets manifested and she disappears. This occurs again and again. When she appears, she floats on the water, and when she disappears, she gets merged in the water. There in this earth world, in every universe, and along with her, there are mountains, forests, 7 oceans, 7 islands, Sumeru mountain, the moon, the sun, and other planets, Brahmaloka, Vishnaloka, the abode of Vishnu, Shivaloka, and the regions of the other devas, sacred places of pilgrimage, the holy land of Bharatavarsa, the Kanchani Bhumi, 7 heavens, 7 patalas, or neither regions, on the above Brahmaloka and Dhruvaloka. This law holds good in every world, in every universe. So every universe is the work of Maya, and thus it is transient. At the dissolution of Prakriti, Brahma falls. Again, when creation takes place, the Mahavirat appears from Shri Krishna, the Supreme Spirit. Eternal it is. Flow of creation, preservation and destruction. Eternal is this flow of time. Kasta, eternal is this flow of Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesa, etc. And eternal is this flow of Vasundhara, who is worshipped in the Varaha Kalpa by the Suras, Munis, Vipras, Gandharvas, etc. The Shruti says that the presiding deity of this eternal earth is the wife of Vishnu in his boar form. Mangala, Mars, is the son of that earth, and Mangala's son is Gatesa. Narada said, in what form was the earth worshipped by the Devas in Varaha Kalpa? The Varahi, the receptacle of all things, moving and non-moving, how did she appear? By what method of Panchikarana from the Mula Prakriti? What is the method of her worship in this Bhurloka and in the heavens, Swarloka? Also tell me, O Lord, in detail the auspicious birth of Mangala Mars. Narayana spoke in ancient days in the Varaha Kalpa, Varaha Deva, the boar incarnation, when entreated and praised by Brahma, killed the Decha, Hiranyaksha, and rescued the earth from the nether regions, Rasatala. He then placed the earth on the waters where she floated, as the lotus leaf floats on water. In the meantime, Brahma began to fashion the wonderful creation of the surface of the earth. Bhagavan Hari, in his boar form and brilliant like 10 million suns, saw the beautiful and lovely appearance of the presiding deity of the earth, possessed of amorous sentiments. He then assumed a very beautiful form fit for amorous embraces. They then held their sexual intercourse, and it lasted day and night for 1 Deva year. The beautiful earth, in the pleasant amorous plays, fainted away, for the intercourse of the lover with the beloved is exceedingly pleasant. And Vishnu too, at the same time, was very much exhausted by the pleasant touch of the body of the earth. He did not become conscious even how days and nights passed away. When full 1 year passed away, they got back their senses, and the amorous man then left his hold of the loved. He assumed easily his former boar form and worshipped her as the incarnate of the Devi, with incense, lights, offerings of food, with vermilion, sindoor, red powder, sandal paste, garments, flowers and various other offerings of food, etc. He then said, O auspicious one, let thou beest the receptacle of all things. All the Munis, Manus, Devas, Siddhas and Danavas, etc. will worship thee with pleasure and willingness. On the day the Ambuvachi ceremony closes, On the day when the house construction, i.e., the foundation, is laid, on the day when the first entry is made into the newly built houses, when the digging of the well or tank commences, and on the day when tilling the ground commences, all will worship thee. Those stupid fools that will not observe this will certainly go to hell. The earth spoke, O Lord, by thy command I will assume the form of Varihi, female boar, and support easily on my back this whole world of moving and non-moving things. But the flowing things, pearls, small shells, salikaram, a black stone, usually round, found in the river Gandaki, and worshipped as a type of Vishnu, the phallus or emblem of Shiva, the images of the goddesses, conch shells, lamps, lights, the yantras, gems, diamonds, the sacred Upanayana threads, flowers, books, the tulsi leaves, the bead japamala, the garland of flowers, gold camphor, gorochana, the bright yellow pigment prepared from the urine or bile of a cow, sandal, and the water after washing, the salagrama stone, I will not be able to bear. I will be very much pained in case I were to bear these on me. Sri Bhagavan said, O fair one, the fools that will place the above articles on thy back will go to the Kalasutra hell for 100 divine years. O Narada, thus saying, the Bhagavan Narayana remained silent. Now the earth became pregnant and the powerful planet Mars was born. By the command of Sri Hari, all began to meditate on earth according to what is mentioned in Kanva Sakya, and began to praise her. Offerings of food were given, uttering the root mantra, thus became extant all over the three worlds he worship and praise. Narada said, O Bhagavan, very sacred is the meditation. Him and the root mantra of the earth, I am very anxious to hear them. Kindly describe it in detail. Narayana said, the earth was first worshipped by Varaha Deva. Next she was worshipped by Brahma. Next she was worshipped by all the Munis, Devas, Manus and men. O Narada, now hear the dhyan, praise and mantra of the Devi earth. The earth was first worshipped by Bhagavan Vishnu with this root mantra, Mula mantra, Om Hrim Shrim Klim Vasundaraye Svaha. Next he said, O Devi earth, O thou smiling one, I worship thee, who art worshipped by the three worlds, whose color is white like the white lotus, whose face is beautiful like the autumnal moon, who art the storehouse of all gems and jewels, and in whose womb all the precious stones and pearls are embedded, and who has put on a raiment purified by fire. All then began to worship her with this mantra. Sri Narayana said, now hear the hymn sung before her according to Kanva Sakya. O thou, the giver of victory, holder of water, endowed with water, full of victory, consort of the boar incarnation, carrier of victory, bestow victory on me. O thou auspicious one, the storehouse of all good, O thou incarnate of all auspiciousness, bestower of good, thou the source of all good, to bestow all sorts of welfare. Bestow all things that are good and auspicious to me in this world. O thou the receptacle of all, the knower of all powerful, the bestower of all desires, O Devi. Earth, give me the fruits that I desire. O thou who art all merits, thou the seed of all religious merits, O thou the eternal, the receptacle of all religious merits, the home of all religious persons, thou bestowest merits to all. O thou the storehouse of all grains, enriched with all sorts of corns, thou bestowest harvest to all. Thou takest away all the grains in this world, and again thou producest all corns of various kinds here. O earth, thou art all in all to the landlords, the best source of refuge and happiness. O bestower of lands, give me lands. The above him yields great religious merits. He becomes the sovereign of the whole earth for millions and millions of births, who, rising early in the morning, reads this stotra. Men who read this acquire merits due to giving away lands as gifts. People become certainly freed of their sins. If they read this stotra, who take back the lands after making them as gifts, who dig earth on the day of Ambuvachi, who dig wells without permission on another's well, who steals others' lands, who throw their semen on earth, who place lamps on the earth, religious merits equivalent to 100 horse sacrifices accrue from reading this stotra. There is no doubt in this. This stotra of the great Devi is the source of all sorts of welfare and auspiciousness. Here ends the 9th chapter of the 9th book on the origin of the Shakti of the earth in Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Vedvyasa. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapali Durga Kshama Shivdatri Swaswara. Om Chetam Devi Jam. Om Tua Mata Chipita Tua Tua Mandushya Jasakatu. Shanti Shanti Shanti.